My brother's been an alcoholic for years, and my sister and I are the only Christians in our family, and I've tried to speak to him about Christ over the years, and it was always just a, no thank you. So the call comes in one morning where, my brother was on his way to the hospital in an ambulance with acute liver and kidney failure. And the first thing that I just thought of was just, he can't lay there in the darkness and die. And the anxiety starts, right? And I just dropped on my knees and I said, you know what, God, you're in charge. You tell me how to handle this situation. Guide me through this. Let the Holy Spirit just lead me through this thing.
Heidi's brother, Norm, was in Fresno, California. She went to the website of a vineyard nearby and left a message with the men's ministry, who sent a man named Jim to visit Norm.
This guy, Jim, goes, Heidi, I went to visit your brother, and he said, I started talking to your brother. He goes, can I talk to you about, God, and if you don't make it through this, what's going to happen to you? And he was like, absolutely, would love to talk to you. The doctor came in with a nurse and another person that Jim wasn't sure who all these people were, but he was going to excuse himself and leave the room so that they could take care of him and do whatever. And the doctor said, well, if it's okay with Norm, you can just stay in the room. They all started still talking, and they asked if they could pray together. Well, pretty soon, here's the doctor, the nurse, the other person helping, about 5 of them holding hands with my brother, just praying over him, and my brother was totally open, totally accepting. He accepted Christ. Jim said, can I anoint you with oil? He's like, absolutely. They anointed him with oil. I mean, I'm bawling on the other end of the phone. Jim's sharing this story with me. My sister was there with him. She went down to be with him, just to hold his hand and just be with him in those last days as we got the news that he wasn't going to make it. And so she put the phone up to his ear, and I said to him, Norm, you're going to be okay. And when you're ready to go, you close your eyes and you just ask Jesus to come get you, because he's coming for you. And I said, if you can hear me and you can understand me, why don't you squeeze Heather's hand or, do whatever. And all of a sudden his arms just flailed back, and my sister was like, hey, what are you guys talking about? The very next day was New Year's Day. My sister was there, was holding his hand, and she said she could just feel, and he took his last breath, and he went to be with the Lord. I didn't race down there and think that I was in control. It has nothing to do with me. It has to do with the Holy Spirit and God and just how he worked through this whole process. And it's just praise be to the Lord through the whole thing. And again, now it's just, my family and sifting and sorting and being able to have those open conversations and I'm seeing this whole new path of just victories for the Lord.